Hi everyone. My name is Zuren. I'm here with my friend Rafael, and we're gonna have him interview for a medical device program manager position. And yeah, without further ado, we're gonna start. Oh. Hey, how are you, Rafael?
Hi, Zuren. How's it going?
Good, good. Thanks. Nice to meet you. Did you have a hard time finding the office?
No, it was pretty straightforward. Thank you for sending the instructions ahead of time so I can review those
No
before the
problem.
interview.
No problem. Come on in. So I'm the senior director of operations here in Medical Devices Inc. I oversee all the engineering, project management, manufacturing, procurement, and supply chain. And and yeah, today we have a very interesting project that we're gonna be talking about later on. I see that from your resume that you're an alumni from Northeastern University, and you played varsity soccer as well.
Thank
That's awesome.
you. That was a long time ago. But yes, I went to Northeastern University for a program of industrial engineering, in which I was able to be part of the Husky varsity soccer team. Um, Being from a South American country, soccer is a big part of our culture, and it was just my passion outside of school.
That's awesome. So I'm also an alumni from Northeastern. I'm class of 90, a little bit way back. But I'm also from a South American country. I'm from Uruguay. So do you still watch soccer? Is there any league that particularly that you like?
I do. I do follow soccer on a week to week basic when time is allows me to watch
Yeah.
it. I follow the Spanish league. I know
Nice.
Cavani is a great Uruguayan player
Yeah.
that plays in the French league.
You probably heard of Suarez as well.
Suarez in Barcelona, yes, of course, great player. It's I don't like his team though that much.
No? Why?
I am a Madrid fan.
I'm not sure how you're gonna do in this interview then. just
Well, let's
just
get to the let's get to
to
the
the
technical
point.
things and
Yeah, you're right. So well, yeah. So as I was saying, we have a very interesting project today. We are currently in the prototyping phase of the development of a very unique device, and we are hoping, and I'm confident that it's gonna work and it's gonna treat many of the most prevalent diseases out there. Right now, we're looking for a program manager to bring this medical device from a prototype phase into a commercial phase. And yeah, today we're going to see if your goals and your abilities, your skills match with our current opening. And before we make any decisions, obviously, you're going to need more information, and I'm going to need more information.
I would love to hear about this program and let's see if we're a good match.
Awesome. So we will first explore your past experience,
Yeah.
a little bit of your education, and in addition to that, anything that you would like to add and you feel it's relevant, and also, and then at the very end, we're gonna turn it around and see if you have any questions for me, and we're gonna try to answer all those questions that you might have. So,
Good. Sure. So as you mentioned, so I did go to Northeastern for my undergrad.
great school.
After I graduated, I went to work at Bose
Okay.
Corporation. You may know them as the speaker manufacturer. And there I worked for the transducer technology group.
What's a transducer?
Transducer is the fancy name that they have for the actual speaker there in their devices. In there, I worked for as an R&D engineer for around 4 years, and I was involved in many projects for a new product introduction, launches to the consumer electronics field. Um, After that, even though I do have a technical background, I decided to leave Bose, and I went to do a master's in project management at Boston University.
Okay, so that's interesting. So tell me a little bit what made you make that decision to leave Box and start a degree, a master's degree in project management.
So, having working as an R&D engineer, I was exposed to many projects. I thought it was a natural progression to become a project manager. Project manager, sorry. Um, in to be in a role where I would be able to understand the technical side of things and be able to communicate that to the rest of the team. Um, Kind of align everyone towards the common goal of the project.
That's yeah, definitely. I mean, starting to be part of a team, it's a natural progression towards leading teams.
Yeah, I've also found myself to be a good communicator and
Okay.
a good mediator between teams, and often we're in that role between different functions, and you have to um, find a way to compromise and find
Compromise and negotiate.
correct and find
Yeah,
that common goal.
that's excellent. That's awesome. And what would you say were some of your main accomplishments back in Bose? That's a large corporation. I mean, they do a lot of good stuff. I have a bunch of Bose speakers at my place, and
Have you
no
heard of
fail.
the SoundLink Mini?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
SoundLink Mini is a very an interesting product.
Mhm.
That was a big that in which I spend a lot of my time.
Mhm.
For this project, I was with working with the supply chain team, where we're tasked to reduce cost and the manufacturing lead time for this product.
Mhm.
In this product, we were able to cut down manufacturing lead time by 50%
Wow,
and cost delivering the product, the project within budget and the schedule. That was a good experience
that's awesome.
while working there.
Yeah, sounds very interesting. I mean, I have one of those, and it has never failed so far, and I had
Hey,
it for a long
maybe
time.
I touched that one at some point.
Yeah, small world, huh? Um, that's great. So then you went on to do your master's degree in BU, right?
Correct.
Awesome. And what did you like about your graduate education?
Um,
Is there anything particular that you like?
BU is a great school. It allowed me to had exposure to uh, great teachers, their program management program was truly a competitive experience, and just led me to have exposure to medical device, which is something that um, I wanted to do after my master's.
Mm-hmm.
The in general, the Boston area is a very rich, um, has a very rich sector, medical device sector, pharmaceutical sector. So there's a big culture and related to medical devices. So I wanted to venture. Allowed me to have internships and participate um, in the medical device world.
Awesome. I see that you moved towards after your master's degree. You went to Samsung and then Philips. Can you tell me more about those two experiences and what did you do? What were your responsibilities and some of your major accomplishments there as well?
Sure. In Samsung Medical Care, I worked for approximately 5 years.
Okay.
In here, I mainly worked with mm, dialysis machines.
Okay.
So and targeted for patients to be able to treat through home hemodialysis at home, which was a big challenge, something that isn't really common out there. There were many challenges from shipping fluid to patients' homes so they could treat at home, to process troubleshooting complaints. So it was definitely a challenging and interesting experience. Um,
So your specific job title was project manager. Could you tell me some of the projects you worked on?
Sure. Yeah, my role was a project manager. I would say that in a span of 5 years, I worked in approximately 12 different projects.
Mhm.
Um, One of the main ones and most interesting was the launch of a new line of dialysate concentrates that allowed the company to expand the formulations and prescriptions to our patients, and increase the our patient population by around 10%, since this were targeted to more specific patient profiles, different age, weight, and things like that. This increase allowed the company to increase. This increase in patient population allowed the company to increase revenue by around $20 million.
Oh, that's impressive. That's a big amount. And why do you think this project was so successful?
Well, it certainly came at a point where I was very familiar with the organization. I had been working there for a few years by that moment. I understood who were the key holders, what were their interests, and most importantly, I understood patients' needs, which at the end of the day is what we're trying to do, right? Improve the patient's quality of life.
Mhm.
We we had a strong planning phase for that project that allowed us to gather a lot of information, usability data for how what was the product we were delivering, and fortunately, we didn't encounter any unforeseen failures on the field.
Oh, that's great to hear. Yeah, definitely a very complete planning phase. It's gonna help you um, get the project smoothly without any deviations. I'm assuming you had like plan Bs in place as well.
Oh, it was not only Plan B; it was Plan B, C, D, E.
Yeah,
When it deals to patients' health, you need to make sure you cover all the different aspects.
that's great. That's awesome. And then you went on to Philips Healthcare, is that correct? If I'm
Correct.
not mistaken.
So I decided to leave Samsung, join Philips Healthcare,
Mm-hmm.
where I was promoted to senior project manager.
Okay.
In here, I was able to manage several top priority projects for
And
different reasons.
what made them top priority projects?
So it was in the diagnostics devices sector. Uh, it was related to many different things. It was innovative technologies that had very high expectations on the
Mhm.
field. Some of them had very high technical difficulties that needed to be troubleshooted. And some of them were mass volume programs that had high revenue for the company, and they were the war horses for the company.
Yeah, yeah, revenue and the ability to save patient lives are definitely big drivers for any organization, especially in the healthcare industry.
Yes.
That's awesome. And so now we've looked a little bit of what you have done in the past. We looked a little bit on um, your studies. So let's turn the gears around to the future. What are you hoping to achieve in the future, and what are some of the things that you're looking for in us as Medical Devices Incorporated?
So definitely, I'm looking forward for a new challenge, a new role. I believe the role of a program manager is a natural progression to what I've done so far.
Okay.
I have I've seen great things from Medical Devices Inc. I'm looking forward to joining your company. Um, I'm looking for the stability of your company. I know about the great research that you're working on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And from a more personal side,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to the relocation to the West Coast, to your headquarters in the Los Angeles area. Uh, can say that that's not a motivator in this scenario. You look tanned yourself, so
Yeah, I try. That's right. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the guys here in the office relocated to LA from colder areas like Boston. I mean, the
oh,
recent snowstorms.
don't get me started with the cold and the storms. It's been 4 weeks of nor'easters.
Yeah.
I think accumulated 2 to 3 feet in the last 4 weeks. So I'm looking forward to sunny California in that sense.
Yeah, and I understand you. So I mean, I don't have any more questions from my end. Do you have any questions for me?
Um, I would like to understand from your standpoint why did you choose to join Medical Devices Inc. What, in your opinion,
Mhm.
why would it be a good fit for me as a new employee?
That's a great question. Thank you. So, Medical Devices Inc. It's actually has a great environment. It has a very startup type of environment where it's very fast paced and people are very driven with the goal to save lives. So all our products and so far, knocking on wood, we've been very successful in implementing new medical devices to cure some of the toughest diseases in the world. And we are on the path to continue that legacy. So everyone in the company is very motivated to create change in the world, and very motivated to advance their career and climb up the different ranks. So as a new and upcoming company, we have the opportunity. There's a lot of opportunities for career advancement, and the benefits are not bad either. I mean, some of the benefits, and a lot of people that apply for this position are very interested in the benefits here. One of the benefits is unlimited vacations. We have a lot of free food, and I mean, who doesn't like free food, you know? And yeah, it's just great place. The people there are great. Everyone is very willing to help. Very fast paced, and you know what to say. If you wanna uh, be a better version of yourself, just surround yourself with people that encourage you to be better.
Thank you. The benefits was actually one of the things I wanted to ask you myself. Thank you so much for your honesty. And sounds like it's a great company to work on, and I look forward to hearing back from you and seeing you next time.
Absolutely. So let me guide you over the next steps. Um, so the selection process typically takes like 3 to 4 weeks. Now after me, there's gonna be a couple more people who are gonna interview you, and after we have interviewed all the different candidates, we're gonna go through the selection process and reach out each candidate specifically um, to to discuss the next steps, basically. So expect to hear from us between 1 to 3 weeks. And I mean, you did your past experience really fits this opening we have today, and hopefully we get to see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.